Hello guys and girls and welcome back. It's your boy Big John. The at's at the bottom of the screen if you like to listen to my music. So is all the relevant information I'll be speaking about in this video. And today this is going to be question free of my questions and answers series. So, I've been telling people if you've got any questions and you want me to make a 5 to 10 minute video on YouTube to answer that and show you a visual explanation, I have no problem doing that as long as it's something, of course, that I understand in the Forex market.
Started from the bottom like Drake, got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.
And this question actually comes in from my Discord group user here, as you can see, and they asked about NAS100 liquidity and trading. In this video, I'm going to go over from the 1 minute all the way to the monthly time frame. I hope you're going to like this setup and I hope it interests you. Currently, we've been doing great with the Trinity alerts. The Trinity alerts actually comes through on Telegram, and it's a good way for you to understand when the market's actually making a move. So rather than you staring at your screen all day, all you have to do is have the alerts, and then you will know when price action is moving rather than sitting at your screen all day. With all that being said, okay, so as you can see, I am on my chart. I'm in TradingView. If you would like to get any discounts on your TradingView account that you pay for monthly, then if you click on my affiliation link, you will be able to get some coins back for yourself, and you'll be able to get a discount on your monthly payment with these referral coins, and it'll be the same for me. I am on US 100 cash CFD Global Prime, but it is NAS100, as you can see here. It's this one right up here. So I'm on the 1 minute time frame right now, and you can already see that there's a liquidity wick over here. Now, this is why I talk about liquidity. When liquidity gets left behind in the market, I have many videos on this. You can go through my YouTube channel, look at the thumbnail. It'll say liquidity trading, and it's most likely about this. I've done it in many Zooms as well for the general public. Now, when liquidity is left behind, you're expecting price action to go back towards that area. If you are expecting price action to go back towards that area, then you've just got to find the setup that's appropriate, that looks like it could be gearing up to go back towards that area. And we can see here from this 1 minute setup that price action actually got to a support level, as we can see down here. From over here, we can see a previous support level here, and then it formed a double bottom. There was also a liquidity zone around here. So this is like a liquidity area, meaning there are stop losses and pending orders here for a move that might occur. So they wanted to stop out everybody with this candle first, and then any orders that were in this level, they wanted to activate them. So you could see this big move here. But when they were activating this, now you have a future prediction idea of where price can go, which obviously is this liquidity here if it wants to continue to buy up, because it needs to clear this. This is basically slippage in the market. It's money left behind. They want to go back and collect that money. So this is what they do. So this is how you could have caught this 1 minute setup. Now, this is the 5 minute setup. So this is something a bit different, but this is a head and shoulders pattern you can see here. The previous one was a W. So with this one here, you can see there's a liquidity wick here. Let me just leave the liquidity wick. Not the biggest in the world, but it is there. So we've got some wicks here, and you even have some wicks down towards this side over here for price action to sell back down towards. And what we would have been looking for here is, of course, we want to see the market go towards a major support or resistance level. I teach you this all the time. I even show you how to draw this in my GBP CHF price action video. Again, that is in my YouTube channel. If you need any of those links, I will put them in the description below. But at the same time, you can hit me up in Discord and I can send you the video. So we can see price action came back down to this level here, again, making sure it touched the support level. But what we can see is that the market looks like it started to create a head and shoulders pattern. So we had a left shoulder here, neckline started to form. You can see the head was here. The market bought back up, created this liquidity, came back down. But then when it was going to go back up, where would it have gone to? We all know where it's going to go to. It's going to buy towards this slippage, this liquidity. So when the next side of the shoulder came in, then you could have just got in for the buy after this engulf. After this bullish candle, you had an opportunity to get in for the buy, and you could have put your stop loss below this level. Again, you don't know if this was definitely going to do that move, but if you're trading with good risk management and you're trading probabilities, as I'm always telling traders to trade, you will be able to say, I'm going to take this trade, win or lose, and then my wins over a period of time should be better for me. So that's how you could have caught this 5 minute setup. So we are on a 15 minute chart now. We can see price action came into this level. We can see this was a previous neckline area. Price action brought back down, but when it tried to come back in, you can even tell now this is definitely a neckline area. You can see what's happening over here. Bit of consolidation before the push up, struggling to break back in, came down. When it tried to force its way back in through this level, it failed, created the liquidity wick, and then sold all the way back down. We can see some more liquidity wicks here as well. So what happened when price action got to this same previous buy level, which was obviously a support level? We saw that price price action created a double bottom here. So if you got in on this bullish candle over here, again, stop loss below these lows, you would have most likely had a Trinity alert here as well, and you could have got in for the buy in this trade. And where's your target zone? Look at the liquidity. And there was also another one over here as well. We could see that there was a liquidity wick down here and a continuation of the sell. Even if you was in this trade, at least you knew where price action could go towards, and where it could head down towards was to at least towards this liquidity, if not further. And now this is the same wick that we could see on the 15-minute time frame. It was also on the 30-minute time frame. What I did show you in my previous liquidity video as well, it's the same thing. Sometimes there will be a liquidity wick on multiple time frames. That gives you a stronger confluence that if price action is going towards that area, it could actually clear that liquidity wick. And we can see right here, here's the wick, here's also the wick, and price action started to head towards it. So even on a 30-minute time frame, you had an indication that if price action sells, and now we're on a 1-hour time frame. So again, like I shown you in my last video, the bigger the time frame, the bigger the move's going to be when it's looking for these stop hunt liquidity moves to go towards these wicks. And we can see it left the liquidity here. The market actually brought up to this level here. And when it brought up to this level here, now it left another liquidity here. So when you started to see this creeping trend here, you might have got a Trinity alert maybe on a 15-minute time frame to show the market had broken. So at least you know if it is going to sell from that Trinity alert, you had a liquidity wick left behind here, a reason for price to actually sell. And on top of that, if it kept selling and you saw this, you had another reason for price to sell all the way down to this level. So you could have held your trade just based on these target levels that you can see in the market. This is more than clear for you to be able to see how big moves can be when you start looking at the higher time frame and these liquidity wicks. So we can see there's a wick here on the 4-hour time frame. Price action still went all the way up to this level. This was a previous resistance level. You can see right from here, it was a previous resistance level. It did a M pattern at the top of here, but we created a lower high right here on price action, which was fantastic for you to say that a downtrend could be forming. More than likely, you would have got a Trinity alert here, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour, or 4-hour even, and this would have given you an indication for a sell. And where do you have a target level you can get towards? Again, you have your liquidity wick here. So look what price action did. Follow the crosshair, and then when it got to here, what did it do? Look at this candle here. Boom, a massive move just to make sure it went all the way down to this level. And just like you saw in the 1-minute time frame, look at what they did after to make sure they took out anything at this level here, any stop losses or anything like that, because of course this big buy occurred. Now when we're looking at this daily idea of what a liquidity zone or wick could be, you can see what happened. There was a liquidity wick here, so you would have known as the days were going on, when you started to see the market sell, now of course you could say, okay, the next day more than likely price could sell into this level. So if you're getting in on a 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour time frame, you could have got a nice little scalp on NAS100 just based on the daily liquidity wick. Again, bigger time frames. I personally trade the bigger time frames. You'll see me trading a lot off of the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, and the monthly time frame. But of course, I'll enter on the lower time frame. But I pay attention to what my higher time frames are doing. We can see straight away the market started to sell down, but it left another liquidity here. But what did you see? The market went to go cover it the next day. So if you was paying attention to the daily time frame and you got maybe a Trinity alert for a sell, you would have been in a position where you would have said, hold on a second, there's a massive wick here, there's a Trinity alert for a sell, let me get in here, put a tight stop loss, see what happens. The probability of it covering this wick is a lot higher. And you saw what happened the next day. Now when they closed with covering this wick, they went up, but they left another wick. So what did we see? Price action in the next couple of days, again, buy up. So you would have had a buy Trinity alert here to be able to buy up. This is a possible support level, and they would have been able to cover this buy wick here. When we go over to the higher time frames, like the weekly and the monthly, I didn't draw any box zones because it's pretty much off the daily, and you start to see this pattern occur more. So you can see straight away here that there's a wick here and price action eventually went down. So this would have given you an indication when you were going into the weeks that, you know, if price action fails off a level like you can see here, then more than likely coming into the next week when it stopped here, price action could sell down. And what happened? 1, 2, you had it, even though this one pushed back. So if this one pushed back and left another wick, what do we expect to happen? We expect price action to go and cover these wicks one way or another. So when you start seeing it edging towards somewhere on a lower time frame, go up and see what's happening. And then you could see that price action is going towards somewhere of importance, which is a liquidity zone. And we can see it just happened time and time again here. And this is how you could have caught this, just paying attention to the 1 week time frame. Now on the monthly, because I've got the zones there, you won't be able to see it properly, but I'll take them away just because we've gone over the video now and everything is all good. But you can see straight away here, look at this, there was a wick left here. So the next month, what did price do? It went to go cover this wick. It left this wick here, but then it faked out this previous month to buy up, and it only brought up just to make sure it could cover this liquidity and come back down. Then the next month after, when you saw the rejection, it opened here, and then straight away we saw price went all the way down to go cover this liquidity. Look how it pretty much covered it perfectly. And we're seeing the same thing here, and this is why NAS100 is selling right now. When you're paying attention to it, there was a liquidity spike left right here in the market, and then as soon as June came in, the market wanted to go and clear that liquidity. So until they've managed to clear as much liquidity as possible, then they're going to turn around. Ideally, you'd want them to close this candle bearish like this, or you'd want NAS100 to just stall. It is on a support level, but I would say right now is not probably your best time to buy it. You would want to wait a bit before you buy it, wait for it to actually show something, wait for a break retest, and then probably try and get in on it, something like that. You know, it doesn't mean it's the wrong entry. Trinity can give you mad sniper entries like that. Literally, it will tell you here, and it could be, you know, a long trade, just is what it is. But we want to pay attention to what we can, you know, trade safer and most better have a high probability of winning this trade. So I've pretty much gone over everything to do with this. If you do like the idea of what I've just explained here, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You can also join my Discord, and you can be one of the people that can ask me one of these questions, and I'll make a video based on what you ask. So with all that being said, guys and girls, I hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy Big John, and I'm out. Peace.
Started from the bottom like Drake. Got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.